What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MULN stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you again the good news, the real bullish news on MULN. Then I will continue with the news that are not so bullish. And at the end of this video I will show you that this company is still pretending to be a good automotive manufacturer, and I will prove my words in just several minutes. But before we dive deep into the news, guys, I have a lot of hate inside my comment section, and I know that some people like my videos, some of you hate my videos. And I have to say that I want to know what is the real proportion of these people. And if you like my video, please hit the like button. And this is how we can see how many people think that this company is not worth your attention. And if you don't like my videos and if you believe in MULN, please hit the dislike button. And definitely this proportion will show how many people think that it is a legit company or not. And in my next video I will show you this proportion, because YouTube doesn't allow you to see this proportion. So, and let's start with the technical analysis. I made my previous video just a couple of days ago, and I have to say that we already were at this point, and right now we are on pre-market hours. As you can see, MULN is roughly 4% above its closing price, and I have to say that probably we might see even trend continuation on the upcoming session, but eventually this asset will go lower, and I will show you in my fundamental analysis why I think so. So, let's start with this news. This is the only real news, the only bullish news that is happening right now with MULN, and it was published just a couple of days ago on April 28th, and it says, MULN addresses concerns regarding recent stock performance. And the main idea of this news is that they have to investigate the real position of naked shorters on MULN, and they have to know, was this company targeted by these market makers and illegal hedge funds? And definitely it is a very good news, but let me show you this tweet. On the one hand, it is quite bullish, and we are on the Twitter account of Mark R. Basile. He is the head of his law firm, and he is helping the MMTLP community to fight against naked shorters and market makers. And 8 hours ago, he published this tweet, putting MULN on active radar. We already represent GNS and an MMTLP shareholder and other clients including DPLS, FERB, WDLF and other companies, among dozens of other public companies. This crap really needs to stop. And I completely agree with this statement, and I'm very happy that Mark R. Basile is trying to help the Mullen Automotive to investigate this problem and to fight against these illegal shorters. Because in my opinion, we have to see more transparent markets, and we have to be on a fair market. That is why, despite my opinion that Mullen Automotive is a very bad company in terms of its fundamentals, but I'm very happy that this is happening right now. But let me quote you another tweet, the answer that was made 6 hours ago by Sean Williams. And he wrote, I have no issue with your takes or litigations or cases on toxic lending practices. I take issue with those pushing a naked short farce narrative, when the data clearly shows that naked shorting isn't why money-losing companies are down. And Mark R. Basile answered, this is exactly why we litigate, to get discovery and find out the truth. Could be you are right. And this tweet might scare a lot of MULN holders, because even Mark R. Basile, despite his opinion on the naked shorting in general, he probably believes that MULN is not the best company fundamentally. And let me show you Sean Williams' tweet, another tweet. He wrote, MULN diluted its shares count from 7 million to 3.792 billion. In a little over a year, and you pretending that naked shorting and nefarious actors are behind its plummeting share price. So definitely this massive dilution leads to harsh price action on the MULN stock. As you can see, if you switch to daily time frame, zoom out, you will see that this asset is in consistent downtrend and it doesn't show any signs of recovery. But let me show you the news that is really exciting for some Mullen fans. We are on Newsy Trends, and this article was published on Monday, May the 1st. And it says, Mullen Automotive gearing up for a big week after significant reversal northbound Friday, Bollinger and Mullen production. And here you can see several pictures, and I want to pay attention on just some facts. So, Mullen is ramping up production of its commercial vehicles class 1 to 6 at the company's 650,000 square feet of manufacturing facility in Mishawaka, Indiana. Mullen will manufacture the Mullen 5 as well as the Bollinger B1 and B2, and at its 120,000 square feet turnkey engineering and advanced manufacturing facility in Tunica, Mississippi. And I have to say that it is a false statement, because these class 1 to 6 EV vans produced by another companies. And let me show you that right here you can see a potentially inspiring tweet from Sarah, and here is the assembly line of class 1 EV cargo vans. But I have to say that this picture cannot represent the situation on this assembly line, because it is this line turned off and we cannot see any workers around these vehicles. And definitely these vehicles were disassembled, in my opinion, on this plant in order to put them on this assembly line, because we know that this vehicle was produced by MULN New Energy, and the price of these vehicles is starting from $13.5 thousand all the way up to $17.5 thousand. And we know that these vehicles, let me show you again this article, these vehicles is just the leftovers from the ELMS company, and ELMS imported these vehicles. Let me show you the press release that was published on July 12, 2021, according to Electric Last Mile Solutions and their agreement with MULN Motors. And here you can see that under the agreement with MULN Motors, ELMS will have long-term access to EV component systems and parts from MULN Motors commercial EV cargo van platform for the manufacture of the ELMS all-electric urban delivery vehicle. And these leftovers right now are on the sale, and Mullen wants to sell these vehicles to new customers in order to show that potentially they have this ability to produce and sell these vehicles, but they cannot produce it. On top of that, they cannot produce Mullen 5 because they don't have any money at all. Right here, you can see that I have to admit that this is a pretty good vehicle, and it is very beautiful in my opinion. But in order to put this vehicle into the assembly line, they have to spend $6 billion. And here is the proof of my words. Car companies have to spend enormous amounts developing new models. The price tag to develop a new vehicle starts around $1 billion. According to John Wolkowitz, senior auto analyst for North America and IHS Global, it can be as much as $6 billion if it is an all-new car on all-new platform with an all-new engine and all-new transmission and nothing carrying over from the old model. And this is exactly the case of Mullen 5. That's why they have to spend at least $6 billion in order to put this vehicle into the process of manufacturing. And they don't have this money. On top of that, the price of these vehicles that they produce, they have at least two of these prototypes. They spent more than $2 million to build them, and definitely it is extremely high price for this vehicle. On top of that, let me show you right here that the recent news that also was so inspiring for a lot of people, that the contract with the DC Columbia, and let me quote you these details, costs about $680,000 for 40 Chevrolet Bolts. And if you divide this $680,000 by 40 vehicles, you will have about $17,000 per one unit, per one for this black box. And why in the world someone will pay this enormous amount of money? in order to install on their vehicle in order to save some money. Even on this vehicle with its highest price, you should double this price in order to install this this small box to achieve some results. But definitely these results are not real, and mark my words, guys, in a matter of next several months you will see that they will switch to another, some kind of new potential direction, and they will represent it as a best solution for the company. And you might argue that some sources said that this black box costs around $1,000. Even if it costs $1,000, and with the potential contract of $10 billion from Lawrence that was signed recently by Lawrence and Saudi Arabia, we cannot find this enormous number of vehicles to install all of these black boxes to these vehicles. Let me show you that if you divide $10 billion contract by $1,000 cost of this black box, you will have 10 million electric vehicles that should have these black boxes. But let me show you that the entire amount of vehicles in the United States and Europe is slightly above 10 million vehicles. This means you have to install on each and every US and Europe-based vehicles, electric vehicles, these boxes. And definitely it is not the real case. On top of that, let me show you my previous video, and right here you can find very good comments from N Time, and he wrote his opinion on this company, and I completely agree with his opinion. And he even disclosed some facts, and he shows that this company cannot hold their word in terms of all of their promises. And definitely because of this we have to be very cautious with any of our position in Mullen. And let's continue with the technical analysis, but I have to say that we cannot do anything with this asset rather than to wait when it will break its previous all-time low and set a new downtrend. And that is why I highly recommend you not to enter your long position with this asset, even if you see this type of price action that potentially might bring some of lucky persons up to 40 or 50% of potential profit. Definitely in the long-term perspective, this company doesn't worth your attention. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only got one